Welcome to Calculus Conqueror. Definition of the derivative, example 1. Computing the derivative of f of x equals x squared. Let f of x equals x squared. Compute the derivative of f using the limit definition of the derivative. F of x equals x squared. The limit definition of the derivative is f prime of x, or the derivative of f of x, equals the limit of f of x plus h minus f of x over h, all as h approaches 0. Take note that if we were to plug in 0 for h at this point, we would get 0 over 0. The function that we are going to use is x squared, so we substitute in x plus h for x squared, the top left of our numerator, and we get x plus h squared minus x squared, that's our original function, all over h as h approaches 0. We distribute out the x plus h squared into x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. Then we subtract the x squared all over h, and you notice that the x squareds cancel each other out. One is subtracted from the other in the numerator, and we're left with the limit of 2xh plus h squared over h as h approaches 0. We can factor out an h, and those h's cancel each other out, both in the numerator and the denominator. H divided by h equals 1. We're left with the limit of 2x plus h as h approaches 0. Here is the point where we can plug in 0 for h, and we get 2x plus 0 equals 2x. So the function that we have chosen is x squared, and its derivative is 2x. So we can pick any point and plug that into our function. In this case, we have chosen 1. F of 1 equals 1 squared, which equals 1. So when x equals 1, y equals 1. And the derivative of the function, when we plug 1 in for x, the derivative of f of x at x equals 1 is 2 times 1, or 2. So at the point 1, 1, the slope of the tangent line is 2. That's what the derivative means. At this point anyway, the slope of the tangent line. Looking at graphs of these, on the left we have the graph of f of x equals x squared, and on the right we have our graph of x squared along with its tangent line at the point x equals 1. And you can see from the tangent line that the slope is 2. Here is our function and its derivative. And we shall pick another point. We can pick any point that we want. I'm picking these points at random just to make a point. F of negative 1/2 equals 1/4. So when x equals negative 1/2, the y value is 1/4. And the derivative at x equals negative 1/2 is negative 1. The point negative 1/2, 1/4, the slope of the tangent line is negative 1. And with the graphs, we can see that on the right, at the point negative 1/2, the slope is negative 1. I have taken out the grid lines, but if you look at that, you can see that the slope goes down at a slope of 1. Thank you very much.